you're about to read Exodus 5 through 28. And as you go into this week's reading, I want you to pay attention to something very specific. Not just the events, not just the miracles, not just Pharaoh. Watch the process. If I had to give this entire section one title, it would be Delivered into Order. Because God is not just bringing his people out, he's forming them into something they were not before. So before you begin reading, remember, we're reading from the King James Version. Also, we're following along with the Quarry Framework available at the shop on my website, which is facetsbyjem.com. So this means we're not rushing through the text. We're pulling from it. As you read, stay anchored in these questions. Who is speaking? Who is being spoken to? What is being said? And why is it being said? Stay in the text. So as you begin in Exodus 5, watch what happens when Moses obeys. Things do not get easier, they get worse. Pharaoh increases the burden in Exodus 5, 6 through 9, and then the people turn on Moses in Exodus 20 and 21. And when God responds, he does not explain the hardship. He says, "Now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh." And then he establishes, "I am the Lord" in Exodus 6:2. God is not bringing relief yet. He is establishing who he is. And then as you move into Exodus 7 through 11, the plagues begin. But don't just watch Egypt there. Watch the distinction. God says, "I will put a division between my people and thy people." Darkness covers Egypt, but not where Israel is. And even the magicians say, this is the finger of God. So ask yourself as you read, who is God revealing himself to? Because this is not just judgment. This is identity being established. Then in Exodus 12 and 13, we arrive at the Passover. And this is critical. God says, "When I see the blood, I will pass over you." Not when they understand, not when they feel ready, when he sees the blood. And then he commands them to remember it. "This day shall be unto you for a memorial, and thou shalt shew thy son." Because what delivers you must be remembered. Then as you move into Exodus 13 and 14, God leads them, but not the way that they would choose. It says, God led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines. Instead, he leads them to a place where they are trapped. The sea is in front of them. Pharaoh is behind them. And this is where the word comes. "The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace." And then we see it fulfilled. The Lord saved Israel that day. Then in Exodus 15 through 17, watch what happens next. They have just been delivered, and they begin to murmur. The people murmured against Moses. And again, the whole congregation murmured. And it is made completely clear. Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. God provides manna, but he also says that I may prove them. So as you read, understand this. God is not just providing, he is testing. So then in Exodus 18, the focus shifts. Moses is doing everything himself. And Jethro tells him plainly, "The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away." So structure is introduced. Leaders are set in place. Because God's work done without God's structure will break the one carrying it. Then in Exodus 19 through 24, God speaks again. He says, "If ye will obey my voice indeed," this is covenant. And the people respond quickly. "All that the Lord hath spoken we will do." And again in Exodus 24:3, they say it. But listen carefully when you read that. They say it before they truly and fully understand what is required of them. Then as you move into Exodus 25 through 28, do not rush. God gives detailed instructions. And at the center of it all is this: "Let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them." That's the goal. Not just deliverance and not just law, but presence. And even the priesthood is established with intention. Holy garments for glory and for beauty. Because approaching God requires preparation. So as you read this week, stay anchored. Watch who is speaking. Watch who is being spoken to. Watch what is being established. And follow the pattern. There's confrontation, distinction, covering, leading, testing, structure, covenant, dwelling. This is not just what God did. This is how God forms a people. This is the quarry. We begin with posture. We build on truth. We allow the word to shape us. Foundation, formation, and placement. I'll see you next week.